Ostrander, left fielder Davis Gillespie, and pitcher Nico Mazza. Please raise your hand if you have a question. Coach will make an opening statement. Coach?
Yeah, very, very proud of that win, against a great opponent. Hats off to Northern Kentucky. I thought, obviously they had a great year and very good ball club, and wish them the best, obviously. But very proud of our guys. I thought they came out, and it's about extending your season now, and I thought they played well, played clean. I thought we had timely hitting, and obviously, great pitching. Nico was outstanding today. He just kind of put everybody on his back and toted the load, so that was big, trying to come through the losers bracket.
Questions? Right here.
Nico, I guess first off, after the eighth, you were well over 100 pitches. What was kind of going through your brain? Were you kind of surprised when Oz said it's your game to finish?
Not at all. I didn't really know if I was going to give him a choice to take me out or not. I knew that if I go out there again, that's just one more pitcher they can throw tomorrow and the next day and the next day. So I was just thinking I could save some more pitching for tomorrow.
Second
Nico, when was the last time you threw 120 pitches in a game?
Funny story about that. Last time I threw 120 pitches, I got disqualified from the game in high school because I went over the pitch count limit.
Nico, just 3 strikeouts today in the performance, and I just wonder what's kind of the art to that, just getting those ground ball outs. Obviously, those pop flies, good defense. Just kind of tell me about that game plan, because you got a lot of speed, normally getting strikeouts, stuff like that.
Yes, sir. Coach Oz always preaches early contact, and that's how you get deep in ball games, and that's really just try to get ahead of hitters. And weak contact all day was really what allowed me to go deep in the game.
Nico, come out of the bullpen twice this season. Both of those coming off of starts where you weren't necessarily your best, but both times you responded with some of your best outings of the season. I guess just how do you think kind of that's reset you, or how does that help you kind of get back in the groove?
Yeah, I think coming out of the bullpen kind of is just a reset button for me. It just gives me the opportunity to go out there for one inning and just go, honestly. So it's just a reset button.
Davis, you face Nico in practice all the time. What makes him hard to hit?
Oh, just everything about him. His cutter eats me up about every time. He's got good stuff.
And what'd you see on your home run there?
It was a 3-1 count, and I said if I get a good fastball here, I'm going to try to do damage with it.
One of my questions was answered, but what was working for you today? What pitches and what was your game plan going in? You mentioned early contact, but what else?
Yeah, so I threw a lot of sliders and a lot of fastballs. I tried to get my fastball into a lot of hitters. I think that's why I got a lot of ground balls. And then first thing, my slider wasn't real good, but found it later in the second inning, and then it was good throughout the rest of the game.
Oz, was there any question to let Nico go back out there for the ninth?
No, not at all. I knew I didn't even have to ask. He wanted the baseball, and if we didn't feel like he was built to be able to do that, if we thought he was compromised, we wouldn't have done that. But we have a relationship, we trust one another, and he tells me he's good, and he's a competitor and he wants the baseball. So he really did a good job spreading those pitches out, through the 9 innings. I think it's different. The number you get to, if there's a bunch of them grouped up in several innings, it makes it a little bit more taxing. But he did a great job of just spreading those pitches out through 9 innings.
Davis at the plate lately. What's kind of changed for you over the last couple games? You had the homer in the Sun Belt Conference Championship, 2 hits yesterday, and then 3 for 5 today.
Yeah, I'm really just focused on passing it to the next guy, having a good approach and staying comfortable, getting a good pitch that I can do damage with.
Also, for Davis, I wonder how much that RBI double yesterday maybe gives you a little momentum, a little juice going into this game and the outing that you had.
Yeah, it does. I hate that it didn't really help us yesterday, but it does feel good to have momentum going into today and hopefully bring it into tomorrow.
Coach, is Seth Smith available this weekend, or you just trying to upgrade Luke in that DH spot?
Yeah, he's good. He's active on the roster. We're trying to put together what we think is the best offensive lineup plus defensive and so forth. So you got a lot of options, and that's a good thing and stuff. But those guys are ready when their time comes, and we know they're supporting and great teammates.
And I thought Braden Luke has looked really good this weekend so far. Can you talk about him?
Yeah, Braden, he can hit. He hadn't got a ton of at-bats and opportunities this year, but he knows where the barrel is, and came up with a really big 2 RBI single, I think with 2 outs today. And so very proud of him, patiently waiting, and when he gets his opportunity to be able to contribute to the win. So we'll just keep going, trying to push the right buttons and put the right personnel out there.
This is for coach as well as the players. Nick Monastery made a kind of an absurd catch today. It's getting some traction on social media. Could you guys just kind of talk about how you saw it unfold from your ends?
I got something. I saw Slade slipped on that ball, so Nick really was the only guy that could go catch that ball, and it was really cool to see him run after that and get it.
Yeah, I thought it was an unbelievable play. Once I saw Slade slip, I thought it was just going to be a bloop single, but Willie Mays style, that was awesome.
Same. My perspective, where I was at, I couldn't really tell the depth of it, and but it looked like he ran a while, and that was a big time play, and every out matters when you're trying to collect 27. So Nicky's done a great job in so many roles, and he's just a ball player, gets after it. So that was big time.
This one's for coach. If the players want to jump in after, that's completely fine. But how do you think this team was able to respond, just in the way they did today, just based on yesterday, trying to survive, just live one more day?
As long as I've been doing it and stuff, been associated with teams, when you're on elimination, when your season gets to the point that if you lose, this family, brotherhood, unity's over, it's a big motivation. And I know it is with these guys because they love each other and they have really good camaraderie and stuff. So I know they're going to go out there and do everything they can. So, the message is just keep enjoying the season, keep enjoying the group, keep enjoying what we've done, and just go play baseball.
Coach, if you can talk a little bit more about Nico's outing and just obviously, you've been in his corner since he's been here at Southern Miss and you've seen his potential in him. What came together? What were you most impressed about his outing today?
Well, definitely his strike percentage. He'll tell you that, we talk about it all the time. When his strike percentage is high with his stuff, he's going to be successful. And I thought today, I just, 2 freebies, and only 2 hits, 4 guys left on. Just was very greedy. He was able to gain control of the batter's box by keeping them in between, fastball timing, off speed timing. And that's the key, and getting good hitters out and stuff. But I'm not surprised at the performance. Nico's done so many great things here over these last 3 years and some really big moments, whether it's regionals, super regionals, conference championships. So wasn't worried about it at all. I knew he was going to go out there and compete and give his team a chance to win.
One more here in the second round.
Davis, this is kind of a fun one. I wonder how often maybe you notice your aunt and uncle in the stands. I've actually gotten to know them a little bit, and they were telling me about you and everything. I wonder how often you hear them, because they're pretty loud out there. And I remember you going out to left field after the homer. A nice little claps too. Just tell me about that.
Yeah, it's cool. I love having them here. They're coming from Huntsville this week, so it's a good place to be for them, and it's been fun having them here. Sure.
All right. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll get a mic to you, Coach.
Just what an unbelievable year these guys had. Normally a pretty emotional person, but I'm just completely overwhelmed with joy in the foundation that these guys have built for our program, our university, and our friends and family. These guys fought to the very end, and it's been an absolute pleasure just to be a part of their journey. So I really can't thank them enough.
Questions? Third row,
For the players, what was it like going against the pitcher for Southern Miss today? What was he doing to kind of throw it all off on offense?
Yeah, 3-pitch mix. As you guys know, 93, 95. So he's bringing it a little bit, hitting his spots, mixing in that cutter as well. So, you tip your cap. Obviously you guys saw he dealt straight up. That's bottom line. So, it is what it is. Obviously, we wish that it would have went our way, obviously, but man, tip the cap because he was shoving all day, hitting spots, keeping us off balance, keeping us guessing. So, did a great job.
I wonder just kind of how contagious it is sometimes when you got a pitcher like that who's rolling, and then you come up to the plate and you know just that on the other end he's on his game. You know what the mentality is as a batter when you're kind of in that situation.
Well, I think our coaches do a great job of preparing us for this moment and for things like this. Is that we don't look at it like that. We don't look at like, oh, well, he's dealing right now. We're like, all right, let's work our process. Let's control what we can control. And it's one pitch at a time, one AB at a time. So whatever happened in the past is over with. We're focused on right now and moving forward. And they do a great job. It's easy in the game to kind of let that thought creep in. But we prepare so much for that to just go one pitch at a time, no matter what happens, no matter what the score is, what the game's like, work our process and let's see what we can do.
For the coach and the players, I was wondering, especially after last night, what comments you might have heard, respect earned, and maybe from some of the fans, what did you guys hear, and just big picture, what's this experience been like for you guys, each of you, please?
You go first. Eddie?
I saw on Twitter somebody called Nick McClanahan a praying mantis, so that was kind of funny. Yeah, I mean, we got praise from fans of the number one team in the country, I saw. Other than that, I did try not to spend too much time on those websites, but you see some stuff, and that's really it. It's cool to see.
Yeah, I think we came here to make some noise, and I think we just embraced the experience, embraced the opportunity, made the most of the moment, and like Diz said, it's an emotional moment. Our season's ending, but we have so much to be proud of. That's what I was telling the guys. We have so much to be proud of. Keep our heads up because we accomplished a lot of things, and even going on a national stage and competing like we did and fighting, like it was awesome. So I mean, I feel like I haven't looked personally, but I feel like we earned some respect. And then you just keep building off it. The moment, the opportunity was amazing.
Yeah, I'm just really grateful for these guys, and like I said, what they built. And the praise has just been, dang near overwhelming. In the moment, like last night, we got quite a bit of praise. But we didn't really look at that because we had a job to do today. But what it did for our university, our baseball family, it just put us on the map, and people know who we are and know what we're about. And it's really going to help us to help with the trajectory of our program. So, I appreciate everyone saying those things. We've been trying to do this for a long time. We just got some pieces of the puzzle in place, and I think you can see what our coaching staff, the formula that we have, we can make a lot of noise if we get the right pieces in place and some things go our way. So it's just been really nice to some reaffirming things that we've always thought, but now we get to see them. Not only do we get to see them in our conference, but on the national stage as well.
Any other questions? Thank you.